This is to rhythm games as Smash Brothers is to fighting games. Now that doesn't mean you can make Paul knock John off the stage with a dropkick. It means this is more than just some rhythm game. This game honors its subject with a reverence that's nothing short of absolute. So much more than just some platform for pressing plastic buttons, this is a celebration in the truest and most sincere form imaginable. This is the Eggman, this is the Walrus, this is the Beatles. I hesitate to even finish the title because it seems unnecessary. To call this another rock band product would dilute just how special the game is. In fact, even that term, video game, it tends to evoke an association that would trivialize the experience. This isn't Pong. This is a comprehensive and interactive homage to some of the most visionary songwriters ever to make guitars gently weep. Released in 2009, the Beatles Rock Band is ostensibly the rock band answer to Guitar Hero's Aerosmith and Metallica versions, a rhythm game comprised solely of songs from one iconic group. There are 45 songs in the Beatles Rock Band, spanning the abbreviated career of one of the most prolific bands in history. But you know, that's where the similarities end, because none of Activision's Guitar Hero tributes are even in the same league as this one. Frankly, gameplay isn't what makes the Beatles Rock Band stand out. It plays virtually the same as every other rhythm game in the post-Guitar Hero world. Rather, this is about giving the player the chance to relive the biggest moments of the Beatles' quick ride from obscurity to stardom and subsequently dissolution. It's more an interactive museum than anything else, played to the tune of some of the best songs ever written. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. Now the game's story mode is, quite frankly, the best I've ever seen in a rhythm game. More than just some half-hearted means to unlock songs or justify a price tag, it's actually the core of the experience in the Beatles Rock Band. From their earliest gigs at Liverpool's dingy Cavern Club to their iconic appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show and more, the story mode takes you on a beautifully made tour through Beatles history. And seeing the band evolve before your very eyes puts their brief career into a fascinating perspective. In fact, it's designed so well, it even gives purpose to rhythm game conventions, such as arbitrary venue changes and song groupings. It's a cohesive experience, complete with polished cutscenes and gorgeous graphics, the likes of which are simply unheard of for the rhythm game genre. But then again, this is more than just another rhythm game. And speaking of giving purpose to conventions, the backgrounds in rhythm games are usually forgettable. They serve no functional purpose, so developers usually settle for random characters in some generic style. The Beatles Rock Band doesn't. There's nothing even remotely generic about the game's gorgeous backgrounds, ranging from ultra-stylish live shots to the surreal dreamscapes that provide a visual complement to some of the band's more progressive compositions. From the game's structure and content to its music and overwhelming style, it's clear the Beatles Rock Band was a labor of love. Unlike the Guitar Hero tributes, this game's confident enough to cede the spotlight and allow the band, their music, and their history to take center stage. This isn't Rock Band The Beatles, it's The Beatles Rock Band. You forget you're holding a silly pretend guitar when you're playing this game. You're engrossed by the Beatles, and the Beatles Rock Band is all the better for it. In fact, it's the best rhythm game I've ever played.